Afternoon, guys. Guys, I delete the video with the before I start this video, I delete the video with the moon, the asteroid on the moon. Don't get into it. Um, Couple accounts that I communicate with on X got deleted because of this particular video, and I want to keep the account because I want to keep my accounts in good standing because I enjoy giving you guys the information. So I'm not going to risk getting my account with that video. I understand how important it is to share information, but sometimes you got to make some sacrifices because um, they really don't want that video out. And I finally get it today. It makes sense. It was actually going viral on Facebook in like less than 20 hours. That video hit almost like 300,000 views, and I had to delete it. I was like, I already know where that's going to end up with my Facebook page. It just got Facebook jail written all over it. So I was like, you know what? Let me delete it. Anyway, guys, experts are now they start to blow the whistle slowly but surely. They are because they're literally they're stunned basically what's going on in Tennessee. And I said this I would say maybe a month and a half ago. I was talking about a fault line that's actually on the southeast section of the North American continent. Basically, the eastern craton and the craton and the craton that's actually is called that's in the middle where the eastern craton join. There's the I think the North American continent is made up of like six craton, where the eastern craton meet the craton in the middle. It's splitting. It's not really considered a fault line, but it's part of it is connected. That craton is connected to the new Madrid, New Madrid. Try to pronounce that word correctly. The New Madrid fault line. All right. A lot of you guys keep correcting me about that word. So anyway, so it's waking up. And What's happening right now in Tennessee is that they're now finding cracks. We're going back to basically what's happening in the Mississippi River, but these cracks are more deep in the crust in Tennessee. Basically, guys, they're having craton displacement is the way these experts are calling this, but we know what it is. It's the shifting of the plates. All right. Now, the entire mantle, the North American continent, is just a mantle sitting on magma. That mantle is now under a lot of pressure and it's reshaping. It's not something you're going to notice immediately. It's going to take time for you to actually see what's really happening. But what's really happening underground, guys, it's baffling geologists because they thought at one point that this section of the United States, where it's like the OG of the North American continent, they thought it will never move. Basically, that's what they thought, and they were wrong because what's happening right now, it's baffling them. We know why this is happening. They're letting people know, but they can't really come out and tell people everything. They know too, but they can't really tell you guys everything. They can't just come on the news and be like, okay, no, X, Y, and Z, and this is the consequences, and this is what we're facing. And they can't do that, folks. I'm sorry, they really can't. Not billions of people won't watch this video. The ones who are actually drawn to my page will end up seeing this information. Not everyone will, and half the people that's going to watch this video is not going to believe it anyway. So that's okay. They just follow a lot of people follow my page just to actually ridicule and criticize my page, and it's okay. I have a problem with it. I really don't care. But I'm letting you know what's really happening, folks. The craton, the eastern craton on the North American continent, the plate, is actually breaking. It's breaking off. The It's connected to the craton that's in the middle. It's a big craton that's in the middle. It's connected to it, and the eastern craton is breaking off. That's why the scientists are just starting to realize. That's why you find an earthquake in Atlanta, in Georgia. That's why you're going to see earthquake in Virginia, on the eastern side of the North American continent. I did a video like this a long time ago, like a month and a half ago, and I talk about it. This basically fault line, let's call it fault line, has been sleeping for millions of years, and it's coming to life because there's cracks happening in Tennessee on the eastern part of the North American continent are having a lot of cracks, and I promise you, If these experts dig further, they will see that these cracks are also happening in Atlanta, also in Virginia. Anywhere you finding these earthquakes happening, there are cracks happening in the infrastructure right there. And I keep telling you, folks, always observe your infrastructure, your land, on the property that you're living on, the house infrastructure. Keep a very keen detail on stuff like that, and you're gonna start seeing cracks in your walls. If you're living in Tennessee, Oklahoma, Virginia, Atlanta, Georgia, those places on the eastern side of the North American continent, you're gonna see cracks, folks, because the cracks are happening in the ground and it's gonna start affecting the infrastructure that's on top of the ground. I promise you, start noticing these things. Every now and then I will get an email, someone telling me, you know what, my door has dropped in my house and there's cracks in a couple of my rooms. I get emails like that. Trust me, I do. Every now and then. People listen to what I'm saying and start paying attention to the house and they're finding cracks in the wall. And it's happening right now in Tennessee, under the surface, in the crust. It's cracking. Same thing that's happening in the Mississippi River. But in Tennessee, it's a lot deeper than the Mississippi River. And these cracks are a lot bigger. And geologists are alarmed and they're stunned by it. But I knew this was coming. Anyway, there's also volcanic eruption that's actually coming for. There's a supervolcano happening in Italy, and they're warning people. They have done intense research, and they also have done. Um, um, they collected the data, and they have collected. I think in the past like 6 weeks, close up month and a half. Let's just say 6 weeks. They have recorded over 3,000 minuscule earthquake. Minuscule meaning they're below maybe 1 magnitude. But when you have a swarm of earthquakes around a supervolcano, it's letting you know there's magma movement, magma intrusion, and the possibility of eruption is very high. When the when the earthquakes are consistent and they're back to back like that, when they're in the thousands, it's not a good sign. So I'm letting you folks know over there in Italy, if this erupt, it's going to cause chaos on a global scale. Yes, I'm going to say that one more time. If this supervolcano erupt in Italy, it's going to cause chaos. It's going to change the way we live. Again, folks, I'm not here to spread fear. If you start doing your due diligence, you'll see today that the scientists are letting this out in the mainstream media. They're warning people. And I'm glad that they're starting to warn people, but they're not giving people all the information. They're giving them in breadcrumbs, hoping that they'll put two and two together and start realizing what's happening. Things are changing, folks. And you got to start realizing that the earth is no longer the same. There's cracks in the Mississippi River like crazy, and now they're finding huge cracks under the crust in Tennessee, all over the East Coast. And I promise you, cracks are also in New Jersey. All along the East Coast, there's cracks all over the crust. Start paying attention. And again, over there in Italy, if you're close beside that volcano that they're warning people about, head on a swivel and be very aware. And if it do erupt, it's gonna change the globe. Are you listening to me? If this supervolcano erupt, and I think this one is bigger than Yellowstone, it's going to change the globe. The way we live is going to change. We're pretty much probably going to a nuclear winter for like maybe 100 years, something to that effect. But you get the point. I hope this information helps somebody. I'm just keeping you guys aware. I'm not here to spread fear, folks. Stay blessed.